I was watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and they were covering the Tampa Bay Brew Company, and they had some really good-looking wings there. And I went and I tried it, and it was really good. And I saw in the episode, they just made the blue cheese, and all they did was just, they threw a bunch of shit in the mixer. And I was like, well, I can throw all that shit in the mixer. And so I just kind of started winging it, and it came out really good. And so we kept the recipe here. They didn't ever show like a formal recipe or anything. I was literally just dumping shit in there in about the same portions that I thought that they were. Now, mine tastes remarkably different than the one that they had at Tampa Bay Brew Company. Mine, I think, is way better. This one is like really creamy. It's a little bit sweet. The fresh garlic is a nice touch. The Worcestershire is that je ne sais quoi that nobody really knows about. And if you can find a good buttermilk blue, like Roth Case makes a buttermilk blue cheese that is inexpensive and is my personal favorite to make this dressing with. I know that they carry it at Whole Foods. If you have a Fresh Market near you, they carry it at Fresh Market, I think. Probably various other natural food stores, but we don't have any of those near here, and I couldn't find the Roth Case, so I had to just go with a basic blue cheese that I like a little bit less, but that buttermilk blue is banging. You know what? I do have some buttermilk, so I'm gonna put a splash of buttermilk in there. I haven't changed this blue cheese dressing in forever, but because I don't have any buttermilk blue cheese, I'm gonna put a splash of buttermilk in there. There we go. Just a sploosh. Royce! What's going on, Royce? How are you? Welcome in. Got me a big old pot of blue cheese dressing going on right here. See, now like I said, we don't want to stir this too much once the cheese is in there because it'll break up all the chunks of cheese. So we just kind of want to bring it together. And I'm not kidding you guys, this dressing, I'm super picky about blue cheese dressing. This is why I made blue cheese in the first place. But this is I'm not kidding you, the best blue cheese. I could just eat it with a spoon. Initially, I used to claim that I made the best wings because I knew that I made the best blue cheese. And as long as I could get you to put my blue cheese on the wing, you would say I made the best wings too. Turns out, I used to only just make the best blue cheese and like pretty average wings. Now I make pretty good wings. I still don't think they're the best. I've had slightly better wings, but I'm working on them every time I make them. This blue cheese dressing though is out of bounds. Don't touch that recipe. Here's a recipe. I'll fire it off real quick for those that want it. It's 2 cups mayo, a cup and a half of sour cream, which is the whole pint. 8 ounces of buttermilk blue cheese, teaspoon of kosher salt, tablespoon of sugar, tablespoon of Worcestershire, 2 cloves of garlic minced, and 6 tablespoons of white vinegar. Take 2/3 of your buttermilk or of your blue cheese, and in a container with your white vinegar, shake it up, set it off to the side. Then mix all that other stuff together, except for the last third of the blue cheese. Mix all that stuff together, then crumble the last third of blue cheese, add in your vinegar base, and then stir it together. You're done. Simple. Put your smoked wings up against anyone's wings, I bet. Mind of Royce says yuck. What's yuck? Is it blue cheese is yuck? Are you a blue cheese hater, Royce? Let's see. I think my screen's frozen. Hold, please. Oh, you do. You hate blue cheese. Okay. Well, that's okay. It's okay. It's not an everybody thing, but I promise if you ever had mine, you'd be like, even if you didn't fall in love with blue cheese at that moment, you'd still be like, okay, I see why you like this because it's really good. I've converted some ranch people with this blue cheese dressing. It's pretty killer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stick that in the fridge. Now, the longer you let this refrigerate, the reason we did this in the beginning is because the longer you let this get cold, the more it'll set up. It'll be thick, which we want the thicker for the dip. While I'm not a fan of blue cheese, wings are awesome because they're so versatile. Care to elaborate? What do we got? BSD 86 BSD. Shane is a drumstick gal. All right, hey, you, stop chasing me around. This is enough. Thank you. Just stay. Boy, that thing was getting crazy there for a second, wasn't it? It's getting on that full swivel. We're going to be here at the prep board for a second anyway, so. All right, let's grab me a knife. All right. It was such a good deal. I wanted to make sure that the wings weren't bad. So guys, the reason I keep saying that this is such a crazy deal is because, like, do the math. Let's do the math here. How much does it cost on average for wings, for decent wings? They don't even have to be the best. Let's just say decent wings, because I'm not going to say that I make the best wings. So now, don't get it twisted, guys. These wings are not worth making. These are very good wings. Best wings, that's a pretty big category, and a lot of people try to lay claim to that, and I've had some that are better than I make. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to rinse these off, get that grocery store liquid funk off of them. All right. Now, sorry, I know that didn't follow me over to the sink because I just told it to sit still, but I just was rinsing the wings. All right, what do we got here? You can make hot wings, barbecue wings, Asian wings, Indian curry wings, plain salt and pepper. So many flavors from so many cultures can be used with. I agree. You can use a bunch of different kinds of rubs and marinades, sauces, all kinds of stuff. I was wondering if you meant something besides just like eating wings, right? Like, you can use wings, make a great stock because of all the cartilage and bone and stuff in there. They make a great thing for stock if you can find a good deal on wings like this, but they're so expensive it's not worth using for stock. You order in wings for the dude, and street tacos for me is $45. Even Domino's is $30 for his wings and a cheap pasta bowl. So let's say, like, for example, hey, get out of there. Hey, go on, get out of there. Let's say that I know that there are some restaurants that run like a wing night, and they'll have wings on special for like $1 a wing. So let's say it's $1 a wing, right? Now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 wings here. Now those are going to split and be 2 wings. So I've got 28 wings here. That's 28 bucks. This cost me 4 and some change, and it's going to take some effort. I don't know, man. I mean, that's easy math, right? 30 bucks or 5 bucks. What you want to do? Hey, Lizzie, what's going on? How are you? Welcome in. Oh, that could be sharper. Honed it her. I'm doing great. I'm about to make some dang old chicken wings. I love wings. We just got done making blue cheese dressing, which also excites me because I love my blue cheese dressing. Dang old wangs. That's right. Can I get a shout out for Recipe Reborn in here? Living's awesome. Hey chef, how are you, by the way? Great to see you. Let's go. Let's pull that up and go. Da-da. Prep cam. Okay, so if you've never seen a wing split like this, I'm actually doing really good because we're making wings, and that's one of my favorites. We made my blue cheese, and I make better blue cheese than anybody I've ever had, so take that for what it's worth. Okay, if you've never seen a wing be butchered, this is how it goes. So this is how a wing comes typically in the package, a whole wing. Whenever you get them in a restaurant, you'll see this is the flat, and this is the drum, and you just need to separate them. So we're just going to let the knife follow the drum down, and it'll find that joint right there. And just pull your knife through. You don't press it. If you're pressing and chopping through the bone, you're inevitably going to end up eating some bone and cartilage. Just right in that joint and just pull it back towards me. It cuts right through there, nice and clean. So again, we're just going to let our knife split down there and ride straight down that leg. So you see I'm not cutting straight up and down, I'm cutting at the angle that the leg is at. Well, the leg, I keep saying. This is all the wing, but you know what I mean, the drummy part. I keep following the drummy, so I let the blade sit at that angle, and that'll always find the joint. And then once you find the joint, you just straighten your blade up and pull through until you find that one. There we go. There we go, wings. And that's how you separate them. You're not a meat person, to be honest? Well, sorry, Lizzie. If I do a vegetarian dish, it's going to be by request, probably. Because that is not a forte of mine, and what I have to offer in the culinary world, I think I've got something to offer people, and I think that it's maybe not the effort best spent trying to do stuff that, like, vegetarian. Like, look, if somebody requests vegetarian, you're a chef, you do what people ask, right? But if it's me making up dishes, I'm probably not going to pick a vegetarian dish because I think that my efforts are better spent showing you guys how to do something that I know I'm really good at. You see what I'm saying? Which is to say, it's basically an excuse for not knowing a whole section of cuisine and trying not to feel bad for not knowing it after all of these years. That's the real talk. That drum right there is pretty sad. It's all right. You'll still cook, sad or no. How's everybody out there on this Wednesday? Everybody have a good day? Or at least having a decent night? Oh, Shayna gave me a break 7 minutes ago. I didn't even hear it. My sound alerts are too quiet and I don't know what the deal is. Alright, see? Now, I've tried to force it to find the joint and it didn't, and it found this spot right here. So now I could either cut through this bone or I could go and find the joint. So go and find the joint because that's way easier than cutting through that bone. Hex! Hex, what's going on? You love chicken? Hell yeah, we doing chicken wings here. I got a crazy buy on these. So this is 28 wings according to a restaurant. It's 14 whole wings. So it's 28 wings according to a restaurant. We got it for $4.64. And I feel like that's pretty dang hard to beat. Okay, so I'm going to set these into, well, we'll just put them back in their bucket for now. Wednesday's good, but you're not. Oh, Wednesday's good, but you're hot. Sorry, my old man eyes failed me. I'll tell you what, while those are sitting there, why don't we give them something to help them cling on to the breading that we're about to build. Let's just go ahead and splash them with that last little bit of buttermilk we got. And it's not like we're going to let them sit in a buttermilk soak, but just hit them with a little bit of buttermilk. Mix that around. You know, you see what I'm saying? It's not like we're soaking them in a pool of it, but we're going to let the buttermilk sit. Because the acids in the buttermilk actually help break down the protein structure in the chicken and actually change the whole damn thing. It makes really, really good southern fried, country fried chicken because it makes it more tender. Now, that may be a mistake to do our wings the same way, but we'll find out. I don't know. I've never done buttermilk on my wings before. Like I said, I don't feel like I make perfect wings, so we're always going to forget after having not heard it in the first place. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry for my internet being particularly awful this evening. We had a pretty big storm roll through earlier. I don't know if it's part of that, but it like blew down a huge limb off the tree. Is that still, am I still black screen? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, BSD, sorry. I live out in the country and the only access to high-speed internet that I have is Starlink, and it has its issues. It's not always perfect. Rowdy, I see you, bud. Okay, I'm gonna take the dogs outside. Let's go spend just the last little dying daylight hours outside with the dogs, smoke a little weed, hang out, relax, and then we'll come in and we'll finish up these wings. How about that? He's begging me. He's not gonna leave me alone. So, all right, dude, I got you. I got you. So, let's grab this camera here. Take you outside. Set you in the window there. Now, I'm gonna pack me a bowl. Hey, I forgot, you guys can still see me. What's up? I'm gonna pack me a bowl real quick. For those that don't know, have not been here before, this is an 18 and up channel. I live in a recreationally legal adult use cannabis state, and I'm an adult, and I choose to recreate legally using cannabis. So, yeah, that's my shtick. I hope it doesn't offend you. If it does, I'm sorry. I'll be done shortly. But that is the Chefy break for the obvious 420 points that it costs to give me one. So, if you ever wonder what a Chefy break means or why I say that somebody gave me a Chefy break and then start smoking pot, that's why. All right, let's go outside, shall we? Outside talks. Where's Ruckus? Okay, there you are. So I don't have access to the chat out here, and it is a little dark, so you may not be able to see me, but you know, it is what it is. Go on. You were harassing me to go to the bathroom. Oh, can you guys see the tree limb? Can you guys see the tree limb? Here, let me see. I'm gonna go out by the tree limb where it fell. Let's see if you guys can see it. So anyway, yeah, that's our tree that blew down. How about that, huh? Looks like it's maybe a little too dark. Y'all can't see me, so we'll go ahead and bring the dogs back in. Start making them wings. Uh-oh. It's in the big tree.